is used to control the lighting of Speed Night, and it can be attached to any helmet easily. I love cycling at night because it gives me more freedom and happiness. But I always feel I am not visible enough at night when I am riding on the road or a mountain. Tiltable headlight that is controlled by the motion of your head. It drastically increases your visibility on the road. It also has a side laser turn signal, which can be controlled by tracking your head left or right to make other road users aware of which direction you will turn. It includes an auto SOS warning function. When an accident occurs, the head motion sensor detects an abnormal strike, and within 10 seconds, Speed Night will activate the SOS signal light, and the Speed Night app will notify your emergency contact. Speed Night is water resistant, so you can go cycling no matter what the weather looks like. Speed Night has been in research and development for over a year in the Hong Kong Science Park. And now, Speed Night is ready for production.
This is us. Well, this was us when life revolved around bikes. Then we turned it into this. The point is, we've known each other since kindergarten and life still revolves around two wheels. So much, in fact, that we set up a company together to make awesome bikes at a great price. That was in 2010. Since then, we've grown. We've gone from taking a gamble on a truckload of bikes we thought people might want to producing a ton of bikes we know people want. We've got all the grown-up stuff, like a big team, an office, and a warehouse full of bikes ready for delivery. So now, with a mission to get more people on bikes, we've designed one that can revolutionize your world of urban transportation. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce the Pure Cycles Volta. We know there are plenty of e-bikes on the market. There's heavy ones, pricey ones, kind of funny looking ones. We even had a crack at making one for y'all before, but we weren't quite satisfied. So we scoured the globe and assembled a team of engineering gurus. With Fung and his friends, we figured out how our bike would have a 40-mile range on a single charge, how the battery would fit stealthily into the top tube, the motor into the rear hub, and how our bike would be one of the lightest e-bikes on the market. We also did this.
All right, Oscar, walk towards me, bro.
So once again, I introduce to you the Pure Cycles Volta. This bike is simple and smart. We know it looks smart, but we mean it is smart. It even has its own app featuring GPS tracking if the bike is stolen, a workout log, and smart modes to maximize battery life and give you your desired level of output. Power regenerates with braking, and integrated smart lights switch on and off automatically. This bike is pedal assist, stripping away the unnecessary buttons and throttles. And while you are in the kudos of looking like you're working out on the way to the office, The breezy power-assisted riding means you won't even have smudged your makeup. Being urban dwellers ourselves, we recognize that space is at a premium. So we wanted to design an e-bike that not only packs a punch on the road, but can be fit into a tight space or carried up to a fifth-floor apartment if necessary. Surely a bike as smart and fast and fun as this is exorbitantly expensive, I hear you say. Well, not really. Our bikes will retail for around $2,500, but for our backers, we're cutting the price by $1,000, making the Pure Cycles Volta one of the most affordable e-bikes on the market. But what good is a special backers deal if it takes years to get your e-bike? It's no good at all. That's why we're making you a promise. If you back this campaign, you will get your bike by the end of 2017. Guaranteed. How do we know we can pull this off? Because we've got the best guys on the job. And because we're a lot better at making quality bikes than we are at karaoke.
The M1 is the easiest to use and most intuitive electric skateboard ever created. This new emerging market, lightweight electric skates under 15 pounds, is a pretty exciting new frontier. It transforms your errands on a weekend or running to this corner store to pick up vegetables into an activity that you look forward to. You do all the exact same things that you do on a traditional longboard skateboard, except now you've got the power to go up a hill at 20 miles an hour. We've actually put a motor inside the wheel of a skateboard. This has allowed us to create a powered skateboard that feels smooth, intuitive, and makes the M1 amazingly easy to use, yet powerful. Instead of having a motor outside of the wheel that turns a belt, and then that belt turns a gear, and then that gear turns a wheel, everything's already been integrated inside the wheel itself. So one, it looks really clean, but two, because there's nothing that's binding the wheel up, once you hit your top speed, you just glide, and you get that coast. The M1 is the first board on the market with swappable battery packs. And what this means is that you essentially have unlimited range. As soon as you start to run low on one battery, you can just swap out the old for the new. In keeping with inboard's future-forward product design, we've integrated LED lights into the nose and the tail of the board. These hyper-bright LEDs not only increase visibility for the rider, but also allow the rider to be seen when skating busy city streets and intersections.
Imagine adding an electric wheel to your bike. Travel 20 to 50 miles on a single charge. Pedal when you want, sit back when you don't. Hills? No sweat.
It's 500 watts of power available at the press of a lever. Easy to install and intuitive to operate. Designed in Cambridge, Massachusetts and built in New England.
2 years ago I was watching Tron. Thinking about all that empty space inside the orbital wheel really kept me up at night. Why don't we put a motor? Why don't we put a battery in that space? I managed to make a mini prototype, but I basically have 2 left thumbs and a limited knowledge of engineering.
18 months ago, I was working as a propulsion development engineer at SpaceX when I met Mike and saw the Geo orbital wheel prototype. I loved the concept and wanted to help make it a reality. Since then, we've created 5 generations of prototypes, given hundreds of test rides and logged thousands of miles. From all that user feedback, we've integrated all sorts of features into the wheel. Installation takes only 60 seconds and requires no tools. The battery is easily removable. Even the tires are made of high-density foam. They ride just like a normal tire, but they'll never go flat. The motor will take you 0 to 20 miles an hour in 6 seconds. The feature set goes on, and we've only just got rolling.
For many years, I worked, driven, and rode electric vehicles, first at Ford and then for a bike store in Boulder. I first saw the Geo orbital wheel, I was hooked. We've got this advanced design, sleek aluminium frame, and simple operation. You just pop on the wheel, clip on the throttle, and go. It's bloody brilliant.
Wouldn't it be great if you could use your bike whenever you wanted to, without sweating? All the engineering is done. We got a great product, we got a great team. But we need your help. We really want to keep these built in the United States, but we need to order a batch large enough to keep the cost down. Please support our project in any way that you can.
Thank you, Kickstarter.
What's amazing about Onewheel is the experience of riding it. We combine the motion sensing technology from a smartphone with the motor and battery technology like you'd find in a Tesla to create a self-balancing electric skateboard controlled simply by leaning your body. We started with a dream of a hoverboard, the smooth feeling of flying over pavement. And inspired by this vision of the future, we created an incredible ride that feels like a natural extension of your balance. Onewheel is designed to be intuitive. Whether you're a pro or never been on a board, you can learn the basics in under a minute. And there's plenty of room to challenge yourself by riding more aggressively or inventing new tricks. There are no hand controls. You just lean toward your front foot to go faster and your back foot to slow down, or even reverse. Regenerative braking kicks in as you come to a stop. At the heart of Onewheel is a state-of-the-art direct drive brushless motor in the hub of the wheel. Movement and balance are achieved by a custom controller that reads gyro and accelerometer sensors thousands of times a second. The high-speed charger gives the lithium batteries minute-for-minute charging. We made Onewheel a maneuverable and dynamic experience, and unlike skateboarding where you feel every little crack and pebble in the street, Onewheel feels a lot more like surfing or snowboarding. The large tire and carefully tuned algorithms allow you to carve the pavement as if it were water or fresh powder.
I remember as a kid watching Back to the Future and just dreaming of what it'd be like to be on a board floating above the street. Every time I'm on a Onewheel, I think about that. It feels like you're just flying down the road. It's this wonderful feeling of just stepping on this thing and thinking about where you want to go, and you're off. And you lean, very much like you do on a snowboard. You just kind of lean into the turns you want to go on, and Onewheel just kind of carves for you. It's a pretty magical experience. It's like taking that mountain, laying it out flat, and every street becomes like a fresh powder run.
We've invested 5 years and a lot of money building countless prototypes to get Onewheel to where it is today. Everyone who rides it loves it, and with your help, we want to make Onewheel available to the world. We've worked with all kinds of manufacturers on other products, and we believe the US is the best place to build an advanced product like Onewheel. But that kind of quality costs money, so we need backers like you who share our vision of creating amazing electric vehicles. With your backing, we'll pay for tooling costs and build the first ever Onewheel production run. Join us in revolutionizing the experience of riding.
Whoa.